Hey there, and welcome back to Let's Get Cooking. It's your girl Rashida. Come on in the kitchen. Today I'm gonna cook up some salmon bowls, salmon, some great sides to go with it, all in a bowl. Nice healthy choice. You can also meal prep this dish right here. It's very easy to make individual portions. I'll be using salmon, of course. I have sweet potatoes, some kale, onions, peppers, and some rice, some yellow rice. First off, I want to start off by I'm going to dice up the salmon and just cut them into salmon bites. Definitely can cook the whole fillet if you like, but I just cut it up to make it just more presentable for the bowl. So I'm cutting these up into probably 2-inch pieces, and this is how I'm going to cook them. Nicely diced. Call these salmon bites. They're great. They're like the perfect portion. What I love about salmon is it cooks quickly, it's fresh, it's just light, and it's just not too heavy. So cutting these into little bites, and we're just going to flavor them with some seasonings. Cook them in a pan for about 7 minutes, and they'll be ready. So this is also quick and easy, and salmon is definitely healthy, light, and fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and use a little olive oil. I'm sprinkling a little olive oil on them, probably about a teaspoon or so, because salmon makes its own oil, has a lot of great omega-3s in it, so you don't need a lot of oil for salmon. And just seasoning this with a little chipotle seasoning, a little salt and pepper, and some Italian seasoning. Oh, and the Green Goddess from Trader Joe's. Green Goddess is great. And once I flavor my salmon, I'm just going to mix everything together with the oil, and then I'm going to set them aside. Now, while I'm doing that, this is a perfect time to make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and remember to like the videos, share the videos, and also leave a comment. What type of fish do you like? You can definitely substitute the fish for a different fish if you like, or a different protein, chicken, beef, pork if you like. Or guess what? We can just do this with no meat altogether, just the veggies. And there my salmon is. Looks good. There's the bites. Like I said, this was 2 fillets. So 2 fillets might be about a pound of salmon, all diced up and ready to go. Setting that to the side. Next up, let's get to chopping these sweet potatoes. So what I'm going to do here is roast the sweet potatoes in the oven. So my oven is preheated to 425. Definitely want to get that nice and hot. We are roasting the sweet potatoes, which is great because it just makes the flavor so nice, sweet, and concentrated, where you don't have to add a lot of extra sugar or anything. Just let them cook in their own flavor. I am dicing these in about 1-inch pieces. Don't want them too small, too large. Just nice bite-sized pieces to go in the bowl. About the same size as the salmon. And sweet potatoes are hard to cut, so you want to make sure you have a good sharp knife. And just go ahead and give those good chop, good dice, and get them ready to go in the oven. And of course, they're going in the oven with a little bit of olive oil. Olive oil is the main oil that I'm using in this video. You can also use probably avocado oil if you have it on hand. That's another good oil. But I'm pretty much using olive oil throughout. And there are my sweet potatoes. That was just 2 sweet potatoes, but you see it yielded a lot. So that's probably about a pound of sweet potatoes. Sprinkling with a little bit of olive oil, probably about 2 teaspoons, 2 to 3 teaspoons. And I'm going to just lightly season this with a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm also using a little bit of that chipotle seasoning, just a little, and some cinnamon. And that just really brings out the flavors in the sweet potatoes. So good, so great. I love sweet potatoes in general. But roasting them is definitely a great way to cook them, or just bake them in the oven. Add some butter, brown sugar. Yes. Love the sweet potatoes. So I'm mixing everything in and getting those ready for the sheet pan. And I'm just using a large cookie sheet. But guess what? I'm going to add to this cookie sheet. So let's see what's coming up next. Looks like I have some room left, so guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and roast some red onions and some diced red peppers. These are great flavors to add into the bowl. Mix everything together, and those onions and peppers just take it up another notch. Give it an extra burst of flavor, an extra layer of flavoring. And to roast them is just as good as roasting the sweet potatoes. It really concentrates those flavors in the onions and in the peppers. And I'm giving these a large dice, a large chop, because they're roasted at a high temperature. If they were too small, they would just burn. So we want to just dice them about an inch, just like the sweet potatoes, just like the salmon. That's the great thing about this. Everything's basically the perfect size to meal prep, the perfect size to put in a bowl. Everything's about the same bite-sized pieces. So you see, that's about one whole red onion. It is one whole red onion and one red pepper. And what's great about red peppers is they're sweet. They're good. They're not hot. They're not spicy, but they're sweet. And the red onion is sweet. So these are going in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. Now the peppers and onions will cook a little faster than the sweet potatoes, but I'll show you that down the line. Next up is the rice. Next up is the yellow rice. I'm just preparing according to the package. Have 2 cups of water and just about a teaspoon of olive oil, and just adding the package ingredients, that's the rice and the flavoring. Bring it up to a boil for a couple of seconds, then cover it, turn it down to a low simmer, and let it cook for 25 minutes. And in 25 minutes, the rice is ready. So right there, you see it's going to start cooking. Okay, and that's what we want it to look like before we cover it and turn the heat down. Yellow rice is simple. You can make white rice, you can make brown rice. All of them are good, but I just decided to make yellow rice just to make the bowl look pretty. All the different colors. And just like that, the rice is done, firm, and ready to go. Time to check on those veggies. Brought them out after about 30-35 minutes. Everything looks like it's cooking perfectly. The sweet potatoes are almost done. They need probably about 5 more minutes. And I'm going to just give them a good turn, flip them over. But right now I'm going to remove the peppers and onions because they are ready. And they look good, y'all, and they smell even better. So once I remove the peppers and onions, I'm just gonna see. Yay! Yummy. All right, those sweet potatoes, you can hear that little crunch that they have, so they're roasting perfectly. Like I said, 5 more minutes in the oven, then I'll remove those. Yes, to roasted vegetables. That's a great way to make your vegetables, is to roast them in the oven, you know, opposed to steaming and boiling. Put them in the oven, cook them. You'll get a whole different appreciation for your veggies. Back in the oven they go, 5 minutes. I'm taking them out. There they are, and they're done. I let those cool and sit to the side. Yummy sweet potatoes. Who likes sweet potatoes? Who loves sweet potatoes like I do? Let me know if you do, or if you don't. All right, time to cook the salmon bites. This will take 5 to 7 minutes. You cannot overcook salmon. It will be dry and tough, and that'll mess up your whole dish. I'll let you watch as I quickly prepare these. Like I said, it doesn't take salmon long at all. You just want to make sure to flip them and turn them in the cooking process so they'll cook on all sides. And I did put about a teaspoon of olive oil in the pan. You did see the pan had a little oil in it just to make sure that they don't stick. You see I'm adding a little bit more just to ensure that we don't have a sticking problem and that they're nice, tender, and moist. Olive oil is your best friend. Make sure you have a bottle of olive oil in your kitchen at all times. It's a great cooking oil. And another quick way to prepare your salmon is in the oven, of course, on a high temp, about 425-degree oven. These will cook probably definitely in about 5 to 7 minutes, or you can cook them in your air fryer. High temp, about a 390 for 5 minutes. So you don't have to use the pan. You can definitely use the air fryer, use your stove. Those are some other ways to cook the salmon. Get the same results. Just don't overcook. Look at those bites. Don't they look delicious? I just want to take one out the pan and try it. Okay, there's the salmon sitting that to the side. The last thing we're going to make is some kale because, yes, we need that green vegetable. So I'm going to saute kale in the same pan. Yes, add a little more olive oil. I'm seasoning with a little bit of garlic, salt, pepper, and we're just going to saute the kale for about 20 minutes just to make sure it's nice and tender. Right there, I added in some fresh garlic. Actually, not fresh. It's from the oven, not from the oven, from the refrigerator, y'all. I didn't grate my own garlic. I just used the garlic that was in the container. All this kale will wilt down. That's why I'm overcrowding my pan. A little bit too crowded, but as you see it cook down nicely, it's tenderizing, and a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic powder. And once this is done, everything for the salmon bowl is going to be complete. Look at that pretty green color. Want to make sure you eat your greens because they are high in nutrients. And that's why I love this bowl. So the salmon bowl has the salmon, has the roasted sweet potatoes, the onions, the red peppers. It does have some yellow rice. You can omit the rice if you're not eating rice. And then it has the kale. So something from all good healthy food groups. You have your protein, you have your veggies, and you have a little bit of carbs. These are great to meal prep for your week. You can make little individual lunches. Here's everything, the nice little assortment that's going to go into the bowl. Everything is cooked, everything is ready. So let's start assembling the salmon bowl. I'm going to start off with the rice as the base. What I love about this is you can just make it your own. This is a very personal, however you want to put your bowl together, you can. That's what I love about this. However you want to meal prep your lunches or your dinners, you can. I'm going with the rice, put some sweet potatoes on top, a little kale to the side, some of that salmon. You want the salmon right in the middle. Why? Because that is the main ingredient. These are salmon bowls. And then some of those roasted onions and peppers on the side. Now, the way I ate this, y'all, and you definitely can drizzle a little olive oil and lemon if you like, just to flavor it. But I just combined everything and I just ate it all together. It looks pretty right now, but I'm just gonna mix everything up and just get all those flavors in each and every one of my bites. That is the salmon bowl. Mission accomplished. Thanks for coming in the kitchen. As always, thanks for coming in the kitchen. Thanks for cooking with me. I hope you try it. I hope you make it. Let me know what you think of this here dish. I just created this in my own head. Until next time, have a blessed day, a blessed week, and remember to subscribe.